Now, let's see what are the functions of HR. Some of the major functions of human resource management are as follows. Number 1, managerial function. Number 2, operative function. And number 3, advisory function. So, what do you mean by managerial function? The human resource manager is a part of the organizational management. So, he must perform the basic managerial functions of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling in relation to his department. These are the functions. Number 1, planning. For a human resource manager, planning means the determination of personal programs that will contribute to the goals of the enterprise. That is, anticipating the vacancies, planning job requirements, job descriptions, and determination of the source of recruitment. The process of personal planning involves 3 essential steps. Firstly, a supply and demand forecast for each job category is made. This step requires knowledge to both labor market conditions and the strategic posture and goals of the organization. The organizational structure basically include the following. Number 1, grouping of personal activity logically into functions or positions. Number 2, assignment of different functions to different individuals. Number 3, delegation of authority according to the task assigned and responsibilities involved. Number 4, coordination of activities of different individuals. The next one is directing. In other words, the direction function is meant to guide and motivate the people to accomplish the personal programs. The personal manager can motivate the employees in an organization through career planning, salary administration, ensuring employee morale, developing cardinal relationships, and provisional of safety requirements and welfare of the employees. Next one is controlling. Controlling is concerned with the regulation of activities in accordance with the plans, which in turn have been formulated on the basis of the objectives of the organization. Controlling helps the personal manager to evaluate the control, the performance of the personal department in terms of various operative functions. It involves performance appraisal, critical examination of personal record, and statistics and personal audit. The next one is operative function. The operative functions are those tasks or duties which are specifically entrusted to the human resource or a personal department. These are concerned with employment, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance of personnel of the organization. The operative function of human resources are: number 1, employment. The first operative function of the human resource of personnel department is the employment of proper kind and number of persons necessary to achieve the objective of an organization. This involves recruitment, selection, placements, etc. of the personnel. The next one is compensation. This function is concerned with the determination of adequate and equitable remuneration of the employee in the organization of their contribution to the organizational goal. The personnel can be compensated both in terms of monetary as well as non-monetary rewards. Factors which must be borne in mind while fixing the remuneration of the personnel are their basic needs, requirement of jobs, legal provisions regarding minimum wages, capacity of the organization to pay, wage level afforded by competitors, etc. For fixing wage level, the personnel department can make use of certain techniques like job evaluation and performance appraisal. The next one is maintenance. It is working condition and welfare. Merely appointment and training of people is not sufficient. They must be provided with good working condition so that they may like their work and workplace and maintain their efficiency. Working conditions certainly influence the motivation and morale of the employee. The personnel department also provides for various welfare services which relate to the physical and social well-being of the employee. These may include provision of cafeteria, restrooms, counseling, group insurance, education for children of employees, recreational facilities, etc. The next one is motivation. Employees work in the organization for the satisfaction of their needs. In many of the cases, it is found that they are not contribute towards the organizational goals as much as they can. This happens because employees are not adequately motivated. The human resource manager helps the various departmental manager to design a system of financial and non-financial rewards to motivate the employee. The next one is personal records. The human resource or personnel department maintains the record of the employees working in the enterprise. It keeps full records of their training, achievements, transfer, promotion, etc. It also preserves many other records relating to the behavior of personnel like absenteeism and labor turnover and the personal programs and policies of the organization. The next one is industrial relations. These days, responsibility of maintaining good industrial relations is mainly discharged by the human resource manager. The human resource manager can help in collective bargaining, joint consultation, and settlement of disputes if the need arises. This is because of the fact that he is in the possession of full information relating to personnel and has the working knowledge of various labor enactments. The human resource manager can do great deal in maintaining industrial peace in the organization, as he is deeply associated with various committees on discipline, labor welfare, safety, grievance, etc. The next one is separation. Since the first function of human resource management is to procure the employees, it is logical that the last should be separation and return of that person to society. Most people do not die on the job. The organization is responsible for meeting certain requirements of due process in separation, as well as assuring that the returned person is in as good shape as possible. The personnel manager has to ensure the release of retirement benefit to the retiring person in time. The next one is advisory functions. Human resource manager has specialized education and training in managing human resource. He is an expert in the area and so can give advice on matters relating to human resource of the organization. He offers his advice to number 1. Advice to top management. Personnel manager advises the top management in formulation and evaluation of personnel programs, policies and procedures. He also gives advice for achieving and maintaining good human relations and high employee morale. Number 2. Advice to departmental heads. Personnel manager offer advice to the heads of various departments on matters such as manpower planning, job analysis and design, recruitment and selection, placement, training, performance appraisal, etc.